Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, it is a glorious day here, and I'm out in the backyard, and today is the day I'm actually going to be planting out my tomatoes and peppers. I'm doing things a little differently this year. I just started hardening off my beans and my squashes, so I'm going to need to take into account where those are gonna go when I'm planting. And I'm just gonna take you along today. It'll be a little, sorry, my cat, he wants out. It's just gonna be a day around the garden. I'm gonna plant out my tomatoes and peppers, and I have some weeding to do. I probably won't bring you along for that. It's kind of boring to watch, but yeah, I'll show you how I planned out my tomatoes and how I'm going to plan out where everything is going to go so that I have room for all the other stuff that I have that needs to go out. But yeah, it's supposed to be a really nice day. We're meeting some friends for dinner tonight in Tacoma, and I've got a lot to get done, so let's get going. So as you can see, there's mushrooms growing from the compost that I put in the bed. So what I'm going to do to start, before I start laying out where my tomatoes are going to go, I'm just going to break these up a little bit, and they'll just be dug into the soil. They'll be great to break down. They're so dry. And there's a ton in here, so I guess it's good compost. So this bed gets the most sun out of all three. So I'm gonna put tomatoes at the back here, and then I do want to save some room because I want to try and put some squash. And then there's a section where I tried to plant some more cilantro, and I think it's getting eaten by birds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just plant some peppers on the side there. I think that'll be a great spot. And then plant some over in the corner. But hopefully 2 or 3 zucchini plants. I know they get really big, but I'm going to try it this year and see how it goes. And then do maybe two rows of tomatoes. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 tomatoes. 2 are a bush variety. And I put them in that bed last year and they did great, so I think I'm going to stick with that. And then I also have the bed over where I put those onions and spinach is doing really well, so I might try maybe 2 tomatoes over there. I'm not sure, so I may not have to do 2 rows of tomatoes here. Over behind me where the fountain, where the lilies are and the alliums, I'm going to have to weed that area, and that's going to be my squash patch. It gets afternoon sun, which is perfect, and hopefully I won't have to put any peppers or tomatoes in that area, but I think I have enough room. So here we go. Alright, so for this bed, I'm feeling really good. I am able to fit quite a bit, and I'm a rule breaker when it comes to growing tomatoes. I grow them a lot closer than a lot of people, but I do like to keep them pruned so that they don't get too huge. So here I've got I've got a sweet cherry, and then I've got 2 sun golds, because those are my favorite, and then 2 heirloom beefsteak tomatoes there. And then I was able to fit 2 jalapenos and 2 cayennes, and then this whole area will be able to have some zucchini. And then I know I have peas growing, so we'll see how long they last. It's supposed to get cooler again next week, so hopefully we'll be getting some peas soon. But I did grow beans here last year, so I'm going to see if I can grow them together. We'll see. But I have another, and I'll show you, I have another trellis that I'm going to try them on as well, because I've got quite a bit of bean plants that I started. And then over here I just removed the hoop, or the hoop that we had that was over here, to give myself a little more space. But here I'm putting 2 of they're golden nugget cherry tomatoes. They're what I am blanking. They're a bush variety. Determinate. That's it. They're determinate, so they don't get very big, but they're very prolific, and I love having them here. And then I'm putting the onions that were here weren't doing great, so I'm just gonna plant one of the tomatoes there. And then I have some sweet banana peppers, and I think there's 3 sweet peppers, and then there's a jalapeno here. Not sure how great peppers will do. This does tend to get more shade in the afternoon, because there's a tree over to the left, and behind me there's a wisteria that gets kind of tall, so we'll see. But I'm liking this layout, and as you can see, the carrots definitely need thinning, but our lettuces are looking really good. The Swiss chard plugs that I bought are looking really good. I've been really enjoying those and with my eggs in the morning. And then the radishes are really taking off in the back here. Some of them look done, so we might be harvesting some together very soon. And then over here, last year I had one of those golden nugget tomatoes in here. Didn't do as well as I would have hoped. So this year I've refilled it with some more compost, and I'm going to try 3 bell peppers in here. I think this will be a great spot. It gets a lot of sun, and I'm hoping to get a good harvest. These 2 look really great. That one's still a little small, but we'll see. Maybe he'll be encouraged by the other 2 over here. And then over here, I did 1 of my heirloom beefsteak tomatoes, and then these are all sweet. There's 3 sweet banana peppers. No, sorry, 2 sweet bananas and 2 jalapenos. And as you can see, there's plenty of room. I might put 2 squash in here. Hopefully this, I think, yeah, I should be able to put maybe 2 or 3 even, and see how it goes. So this gets sun in the morning, and then in the afternoon it gets a little shaded because of our big tree friend here, because the sun goes that way. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good to try it. Like I said, I've never really gotten anything to grow really well in this bed. But this year, these onions are doing super great. The peas that I actually direct sowed back here are looking really good. And then the spinach obviously is looking good. And these little snapdragons that I thought would die and haven't. So it'll be great. As I told you guys, my flowers that I started way too early. So I'm going to have to direct sow those. And we'll see. I'm going to try and get some marigolds in here, and maybe some calendula. And I did start some nasturtiums, but I don't know if I'll have room in this area for it, but we'll see. But I think calendula and some marigold look really pretty in here. So as you can see, my tomatoes are a little leggy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off some of the bottom leaves and bury it like I did when I potted them up. Bury them a little deeper so that they'll get a little more structured, because roots will form right along the stem. So just wanted to give it a little more structure and support. So that's how I'm going to be planting the tomatoes this year. And then the peppers, I'm I'm just gonna plant them the way they are and see how it goes, because I don't believe that the stems of the peppers will grow roots anyway, but if they're a little deeper, I just want to give them a little bit of support. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on this, and I'm gonna put you on a time lapse. So this one got damaged somehow. So I am gonna bury it deep, so we'll see if it does well or if it just dies. But it's still living, even though it was propped up. All right, so it's several hours later. I got all my tomatoes and all my peppers planted, which is very exciting. So I've got the 2 golden nuggets over here, and then some jalapenos and sweet peppers in here. As you can see, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's shaded. But I think, for the most of the day, though, it does have sun. So at least in this section. And then over here, I've got 5 tomatoes, 2 of the heirloom beefsteaks, 2 sun golds, and then 1 sweet cherry. It's the only sweet cherry that survived my kitten this year. We beheaded a whole bunch of them early and when they were starting. So, and then I put some cayenne here and a jalapeno, and then I was going to put another one, but I decided not to. I'm just going to leave this area and see what I can do. My dill isn't doing super great either. I'm not sure what happened this year. Last year I had a bounty of dill and cilantro, and this year it's just not doing anything for me. So I might try and start some inside, and I think it may be a little late for cilantro, but dill I think should do really well. So I might try and start some inside and transplant and see what that gets me. But these are looking really good. And then we go over here to the patio. I've planted, I'm almost positive that this is a sweet pepper too. So 2 sweet peppers here on the patio. And then over in the wine barrel here, I've got 3 bell peppers. which is really exciting. My friend's son came over and helped me plant, so I didn't have him on camera, but most of the peppers are planted by him, which is so exciting. And then if we head over here, we've got more jalapenos and some sweet peppers, and then this the last heirloom beefsteak tomato, and everything's looking really good. This spinach, I swear, has grown today, so it's almost time to start picking some of those, which is exciting. I've never grown spinach before, so I'm excited to see that it's growing. And yeah, everything needs a good water tonight when I get back from dinner, but it's just looking so good. I'm really excited that this is done. Dexter? Big yawn. Yeah, it's too hot out here for you guys today. Yeah, it's too hot. Oh. Yeah. If it fits, I sits. Is that right? Even though Thea's right there? Hello, my little lion. Yes. Hi, friends. So, the last clip that you just saw was a few weeks ago, and I was going through everything that I had planted out, all my tomatoes and peppers, and it's several weeks later, and I never ended that vlog, so I thought I could continue it. And because I'm not sure how much footage I have and how much I'm going to edit it down yet. But today I thought I would, for the end of the vlog, I'd take you along. The side of our house has just exploded with weeds. So I kind of want to take you along for that transformation. And then I've also, for the past few weeks, been wanting to plant out some flower seeds that I haven't got to, and don't quote me, because every time I say that I'm going to do it, I don't. But hopefully today is the day that I'll just get out there and sprinkle some out and then cover it with a little bit of compost. But it has not been like the best weather. It rained this morning. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon here, and we're getting a few sun breaks. I mean, the side of the house that we're on is like fully shaded, so I'm not worried about that, but it's just a little chilly, and I haven't really wanted to spend that much time outside. But I'm gonna get out there today, get that area cleaned up, and show it to you. And I just think it's a good reminder that not every garden is perfect, and that there's weeds and there's areas that need work, and I just don't ever want to give the impression that it's like smooth sailing and perfect all the time. I mean, it's far from perfect, and that's what I kind of love about it. But yeah, I'm gonna take you out with me. We're gonna de-weed that area, and then hopefully you'll see me sprinkling some flowers, and yeah, that'll be it for this vlog. So this is the area. As you can see, there's just a ton of weeds, lots of dandelions, lots of grass. This used to be a gravel path here, but moss has kind of taken over. We have some flagstone down here, but I'm not going to tackle that today. I would really love eventually to redo this path and put some weed block down, and then fill it in with gravel and keep the flagstones. I've also got a hydrangea here, which is lovely. I trimmed it last year, and it's coming back really great. There's also a large rhododendron back here that needs to be trimmed. Probably, I need to do some research to see when the best time to prune those is. It's very windy today, and it might start raining, so I want to get started on this. But yeah, there's some beautiful hostas back here, and I'm not sure what this plant is, but there's a ton of weeds. So I just want to clean it up a little bit, and hopefully we can do that before the rain starts. if it's going to. I don't know. It decides to come and go as it pleases, so. I just found a little bird's nest, and there's a dead baby bird in it, and that like breaks my heart. So I'm gonna continue with this, and I will catch up with you when it's all done, and hopefully I'll be planting some flower seeds. Alright, so I got everything done today that I wanted to. I did plant flower seeds, which you would have seen, but I'm just going to go around and show you what I did, and then I think my my next video is going to be a garden tour for May, and we're coming right up to the end of it. I can't believe it. I love May because it's my birthday month, but also it's just, I don't know, it's always just a nice month. It's been kind of wet this year, which I'm okay with because I haven't really had to water my flowers that much, but I would really have loved some nicer weather, but hopefully nicer weather is to come. June is a really beautiful month here too, and then apparently we're supposed to get a really hot summer, so we'll see how that goes. But let me take you around and show you what I've done today. So this is the after. I did a lot, and I'm not super thorough when it comes to dandelion removal, so I'm sure in a few days they'll be back, but hopefully I can keep on top of this. This area is always shaded, so it's just a really lush area, and there's a lot of moss, as you can see, but I think it's looking really good. I'm still devastated about the bird nest and the dead bird that I found, but I guess that's nature, and hopefully I'll never have to see anything like that again back here, because I really want to make sure that I'm keeping on top of this. We have like this beautiful ground cover, and I would love it if it would just go all the way. There's a lot over here. So hopefully now that the weeds are gone over here, we can, it'll like creep more. Because it's actually, I mean, the weeds can grow up through it, but not as great as they do when it's bare like that. But the hydrangea has some, where is it? Little, I don't know if I can get it to focus here. There's some flowers starting to bloom on it. I do see some strange things going on with some leaves, but I'm not worried about it just yet. So we'll see. But later this summer, this will be beautiful with a bunch of blooms. This is the rhododendron I was telling you about that needs to be trimmed. It's going over the path a little bit, so I need to trim him back, but I don't want to like hurt it. I know they're really resilient plants, but I just want to know what time of year they like to be pruned so they don't shock it. And then again, this is another like really terrible area. Look at all the grass and the weeds and dandelions, but these are pink poppies that are going to be coming up really soon. I'm really excited for that. But I just broadcast a whole packet of wildflower seeds back here. They call it, there's someone on Instagram and TikTok called May Grows Plants, and she does chaos gardening with like carrots and other vegetables. So I just decided to kind of chaos garden with the flowers today. So I just broadcast the whole big packet back here, and whatever comes up, and maybe I'll try and get in here and kind of get the bigger weeds out. But then I'm thinking if I broadcast a wildflower seed packet every year, maybe eventually it'll fill in with flowers and not weeds. So we'll see. But again, this is just very chaotic back here. The grass is really hard, and I'm afraid to like pull a bunch because I don't want to rip out the iris either. So I might wait till the poppies are done blooming and then try and get in here with a weed whacker or something to take down most of the big weeds. Also, and you know, I found the bird nest with the dead baby bird, but I'm gonna kind of walk away because I want to make sure the mom can get to it, but I have a little bird house over here, and there's baby birds in it, and this is the first time today that I confirmed that, and I actually saw the mom feeding the babies. So I try and kind of avoid that area just so she's not scared. Sometimes when I bring the cats out, she's like, what the F, like, get them out of here, but the baby birds are in there, and I just saw one moving, so I'm really excited for that. That's like kind of like helps with the other situation that I had today. But anyway, let me show you where I planted flowers today. So anywhere you see like the peat moss is where I just kind of like broadcast flowers. I did some over there, I did some chamomile over there, and I think I did one other flower. But then I just broadcast them, and whatever comes up, comes up. I know I'm going to have some really pretty echinacea, and look at this beautiful lupin. This is the first year we'll have a lupin blooming in our garden, which I'm very excited about. And they're perennial, so I love that. I think I've told you guys before, but this bed I would love to fill with more perennials and then broadcast annual seeds every now and then. But the nice thing, I think the nice thing about annual seeds though is if you let them go to seed, you'll get volunteers the next year. So it kind of works out. I think you get a lot of bang for your buck. And then over in the wine barrel over there, I planted some marigolds because they're a great companion plant, but I also planted several excuse me. I planted several in this area among the tomatoes, and I'm trying some chamomile in here. We'll see how it goes. But I would love to see some chamomile in here. yeah, everything's looking great, and I definitely, like I said, my next video is going to be a garden tour, so stay tuned for that. So this is most of what I planted. I just emptied, these are just the seed packets that I emptied. So I've got these cosmos, and I did more of these, and then I scattered a bunch of the various varieties that I had that I've collected in the last few years, and then this new variety. It's so beautiful. And then these zinnias, the candy cane zinnias, the envy zinnias, and then these Burpina Giants in mixed colors, and then the cut and come again zinnias I also did. I did the rest of the bachelor buttons, the rest of these poppies, and then this is the wildflower packet. It's a hummingbird mix that I did back there. And then I did finish this packet of dwarf snapdragons, and did I just show you these? And these really pretty, are these really fun, what do they call them? Drumstick flowers. So we'll see if those, oops, it's windy. We'll see if those, all these come up, and if they don't, then next year I'll start them indoors closer to the time when I am going to plant them out so that they don't get so leggy. But I'm really excited to see what I get this year. Alright, that's going to be it for this vlog. Sorry about all the like time span between the beginning clips and these clips, but I've been busy. But yeah, look forward to a garden tour in the next one, and yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, as it really supports my channel, and if you haven't already, please subscribe so you can see how the garden turns out later this season. I hope that you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.